think you used the word myth. It is a myth that the Biden administration used government to compel speech, private speech, but that the Trump administration is doing that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Gameplay channel. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe if you like the content. Today we're going to be going over John Kennedy brutally confronts witness over her past tweets. Something about censorship industrial complex. Let's check it out.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I apologize for having to miss the testimony of some of you, and I appreciate you coming today.
Real quick, this dude right here, John Kennedy, he is quick with comebacks. I like listening to this guy. He's hilarious.
Professor Franks, let me ask you, I listened to your and Ms. Hemingway's testimony and Professor Turley's, so I got part of it. As I understand it, your position, Professor Franks, is that I think you used the word myth. It is a myth that the Biden administration used government to compel speech, private speech, but that the Trump administration is doing that. Is that a fair characterization?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you
Airhead.
think perhaps you're allowing your personal political beliefs to affect your objectivity here?
No, I do not. What is guiding my answers here is that I'm looking to see what the Supreme Court has said. You notice that in the testimony about the censorship industrial complex.
I got that part.
No, I just
I got
want
that
to
part.
clarify.
No, but I've only got 5 minutes. Your answer is no, as I appreciate it. Let me ask you a couple questions. You wrote a law review article in December of 2023 for the New York University Law Review, and it was about the two cases, Bruen, Supreme Court case, and Dobbs. Remember that article?
Yes, I do.
Okay. In this article, you said, I'm going to quote your words, "Taken together, these two cases demonstrate that the Supreme Court has embraced the use of the Constitution as a tool of racial patriarchy," end quote. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you went on to say, quote, "When the Supreme Court declares that there is a constitutional right to armed self-defense in public, it openly embraces and promotes a culture that privileges white men's ability to terrorize and kill those that they perceive as threats," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I believe so. Thank you for reading.
Okay. And did you also say in that article, I'm going to quote again, quote, "By simultaneously expanding white men's right to kill and constricting women's right not to die, this Supreme Court," referring to the current United States Supreme Court, "has turned the Constitution into a homicide pact as well," close quote. Did you write that?
Wild.
That sounds like me.
Okay.
Sounds wild.
In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I'm not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question
let me
is.
show you the relevance. On November 7th, 2024, from your tweet, here's one of your tweets at 2:41 p.m. Quote, "The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this
Did you
hearing.
say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but
Yeah,
what is
you
the
said it.
relevance of
Here
that
it
to
is,
this
big as
hearing?
Dallas, right there.
Yes.
As big as Dallas.
But your political beliefs don't impact your feelings about President Biden or President Trump.
I don't have feelings about either of them. What I have
Sounds
is
to me
doctrine.
like your favorite feeling is anger. Let me ask you this. You issued another
Yeah,
tweet.
dude.
This was in May of 2022. You've just been tweeting up a storm. You said, quote, "There's a reason why the conservative-dominated Supreme Court thinks the Constitution does not contain a right to an abortion, but is convinced that it contains an individual right to possess firearms. And that reason is white male supremacy," close quote.
Wow.
Did I read that correctly?
Is there a question in this?
Did I read that correctly? That's
Is there
my
a
the
question
question?
that is relevant to
That
this
is the
hearing?
question.
Did I read that correctly? Do you really think that the United States Supreme Court, you're an officer of the court, is guided by white male supremacy?
I believe that the First Amendment prohibits the president
Did you
and other
say
state
that?
officials for punishing people for
Did
their
you honestly say that, Professor?
I
And you
believe
expect us,
that the First
as a
Amendment,
Democratic witness, to take you seriously? Are you kidding me?
I believe that you should take
You
the First
heard of
Amendment
curb your
seriously, sir.
enthusiasm? Here's my saying, curb my nausea.
I believe that you should
The
take
time
the
time
First
has
Amendment
expired.
Curb my nausea. Oh man, I need to do more reactions to John Kennedy. He cracks me up. Yes, he said some wild stuff. I actually want to go back a little bit. What did she say in the beginning?
The Biden administration used government to compel speech.
Okay, so in the beginning, she said something about Biden didn't use the government to compel speech. Trump's administration is. That has completely been debunked. Mark Zuckerberg himself has came out, went and spoke with Trump and told the world that the Biden administration was forcing him to basically censor so many people during the time of COVID. Basically threatening Mark Zuckerberg to damage his business, I would say, unless he didn't comply with him censoring people. Now that Trump's in power, there's been so many restrictions that have been lifted because of Trump. Now the American people have more freedom to speak on many different platforms, which is how it should be. We should have the freedom to speak in any capacity, as long as it doesn't involve inciting violence or, in any threatening matter. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.